TWC has advice for your business about Employee Property Return Security Deposit Agreement. I had no idea about this. Did you? My name is Nina, and I'm about to get in your business. If you would like to know more about the topics listed below, click that subscribe button and smash that notification bell. I upload new videos on Thursdays. On the Texas Workforce Commission website, there's all kinds of useful information. In my new series, Reading the TWC Website, I troll the website of the Texas Workforce Commission, grab interesting information, and I read it to you. Here is some very useful information from the TWC about something called an Employee Property Return Security Deposit Agreement. Even though this is information found on the Texas Workforce Commission's website, it is good information for any business, no matter where your company resides. Listen to this video while you're working on the computer or doing other things. If your business is not in the state of Texas, I encourage you to check the laws in the state where your company resides, since this could be a game changer for companies who lose equipment to employees that leave the company. A common problem for employers is how to deal with costs associated with the loss or unusual damage to equipment issued to employees in connection with their jobs. Going to court against the employees would generally be prohibitively expensive in terms of time, trouble, and expense when measured against the expected return. If an employee causes a loss during employment, it is easy enough to have the employee repay the loss in installments from future paychecks, as long as the deductions do not take the employee below minimum wage and are made with the employee's written authorization. However, the solution is not so easy when the loss first becomes apparent at the time the employee leaves the company. There would be no series of future paychecks from which installment payments could be made. Although a properly worded wage deduction authorization agreement would make it possible to deduct a loss from the final paycheck in a lump sum, such a deduction could not take the final paycheck below what would amount to minimum wage. And if there were a balance remaining, the employer might well have to absorb it. For those reasons, some employers utilize what is sometimes called a property return security deposit, which amounts to a type of fund in which money is held in escrow against the possibility that it might be needed to pay for reasonable cost of repairing or replacing lost or damaged items that were checked out to the employee in connection with the employee's work. Such a security deposit is normally composed of money contributed each pay period by the employee. It would be entirely within the bounds of the FLSA and the Texas payday law to deduct a specified amount from an employee's pay each pay period, as long as the deduction met the following two requirements. 1. The deduction does not take the employee below minimum wage, and the deduction is authorized in writing by the employee. For maximum protection from the risk of a Texas payday law wage claim, it would be advisable to cover the property return security deposit in 3 different places. 1. A separate policy regarding the deposit in the employee handbook. Have the employee initial or sign such a section. 2. A standalone agreement wherein the employee agrees to the necessary deductions and the conditions for use of the deposit by the employer and or the return of all or a portion thereof to the employee are covered and within the list of deductions covered in the General Wage Deduction Authorization Agreement that every employer should utilize with employees. Employers should keep in mind that a property return security deposit should not be used as a means of getting employees to pay for what should be considered normal business costs. For example, employers should not take normal wear and tear out of such a deposit. That happens to equipment all the time, and it is a normal cost of doing business that should not be passed on to employees. Similarly, loss of an item should not be viewed as an opportunity for an upgrade. If a particular type of cell phone or pager is lost, replace the item that was lost. Do not purchase a better model at a higher price and effectively force that employee to finance the company's equipment improvements. Deductions like this work as long as both parties act reasonably and maintain a proper sense of balance. In short, do not take advantage. Take only what is needed to make the company whole. I just learned this from reading the Texas Workforce Commission website. Wow! For more information on employee property return security deposits, please visit the Texas Workforce Commission website or discuss this topic with your licensed employment attorney over lunch. I'm going to get back to reading that TWC website. Thanks for watching.